The Chicago Sky are absolute trash. The Chicago Sky are not very good. I'd be surprised if they win more than 15 games.
Oh. Moon River.
Angel Reese completely snapped, and it all started with a savage taunt from Kelsey Plum that sent shockwaves across the entire WNBA.
And she cooked Angel Reese's ass in hot grease. Let's go.
Pie by Stevens.
The drive by Plum. Once she gets by Reese, it's over.
Pie by
Oh.
Stevens.
The drive by Plum. Once she gets by Reese, it's over.
And then hits her with the too small.
In the final minutes of another blowout loss, Plum drove past Reese with ease, then turned around and hit her with the too small gesture. The crowd exploded, social media melted down, and Angel, she looked shattered.
Kelsey Plum hitting Angel Reese with her own
Pie by Stevens.
"You're too small" celebration. Damn.
But what really happened in that moment? And why are fans saying this single play just exposed everything wrong with Reese's game? To understand the full weight of what went down, we have to break it down frame by frame.
Like, just look at this. Look at his defense right here. Look at his defense. And anyone who says Angel Reese is all defense, like I'm not joking. I mean this when I say that she is a worse defender than Caitlin Clark. Sorry, she is playing the worst defense this season than Caitlin Clark.
The Chicago Sky were already trailing. The energy was low. The body language was tense. Angel Reese, once hailed as the future of the franchise, was matched up against Kelsey Plum, a veteran with something to prove. Then it happened. Plum took the inbound at the top of the key. With a bounce in her step and eyes locked in, she made her move.
Target locked.
One quick jab, a crossover, and Reese was instantly off balance. The next second, Plum blew past her like she wasn't even there. Easy left-hand layup. But it wasn't just the bucket that stunned the crowd. As she turned around, Plum leaned forward, looked straight at Reese, and hit her with that now iconic too small gesture, her hand motioning toward the floor, eyebrows raised like she was asking, "Is that really all you've got?"
Kelsey Plum keeping Angel Reese on her back hip, creating enough separation, going up for a layup. Yeah, Angel Reese, you're too small. My name's Kelsey Mitchell. I'm 5'8", but you are too small. Nasty, nasty work from Kelsey Plum. And I need to be honest here. Angel Reese, did you take any offense to this? Did you take this personally? Do we need to open up an investigation into taunting on the court for your sensitive ass?
The arena erupted. Fans gasped, some laughed, others whipped out their phones. It was the kind of moment that doesn't just make highlight reels, it becomes history. And just like that, Angel Reese wasn't the face of the game anymore, she was the punchline. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere. TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, multiple angles, slow-mo edits, commentary calling it everything from savage to cold-blooded.
Feet. Here's Plum, a hop in her step. Plum, the blow by in the left hand. Feet. Here's Plum, a hop in her step. Plum, the blow by in the left hand.
Too small. Yikes.
One post even went viral with the caption, "Kelsey Plum just cooked Angel Reese in hot grease." Another said, "This wasn't a layup. This was a statement."
Yeah, she cooked her like that popcorn. Hey, Plum Dog, how many wins does the Sky got? Down here. Oh, God. Kelsey Plum saying too small to Angel Reese. I love that fire. It's me bound time. Oh, God. How about this one? Kelsey Plum, confirmed racist.
And that's exactly what it felt like. This wasn't a fluke. This was personal. Plum didn't just blow past Reese, she dismantled her. Not with trash talk, but with basketball. Pure skill, precision, confidence, and just enough pettiness to send a message to the league. And the worst part? It worked. You could see it in Reese's reaction. Her shoulders stiffened. Her eyes didn't focus the same. For the next few possessions, her timing was off. Her footwork sluggish. It was like her mind had left the court. That single gesture didn't just break her momentum, it cracked something deeper. This was supposed to be Reese's moment to bounce back. Instead, it became a symbol of how far she still has to go. The irony.
If they're in zone, they're in man. Watch Angel Reese where she's standing. Watch her on this play. Say not. Like, what the hell is that? Like, that is a play that if Caitlin Clark did that play, you'd be saying she's the worst defender in the world. Watch Angel Reese on this play right here. Does she pick up the ball? Does she pick up the ball? Nah, she's just gonna run to nowhere, give up a basket. Or does she do anything? She's jogging back on defense. And like, if you ever watch the Chicago Sky getting cooked, like, you can see her consistently play bad defense.
Reese has done that exact gesture to others in the past. She's built a brand on fire, flair, and fearlessness. But in this moment, when the spotlight flipped, she didn't answer back. She folded. And that's why this one play has become the center of the conversation. Not just about Reese, but about the Chicago Sky, the weight of expectations, and what happens when confidence gets tested in real time. On paper, Angel Reese didn't have a terrible stat line. 13 points, 12 rebounds, 6 offensive boards. That's a double-double.
Out of Angel, like, she had 13 and 12. She had 13 and 12, and it was, like, again, what's she probably averaging, like 9 and 13 boards? Like, I assume she's going to lead the WNBA in rebounds again. Like, she got, I'm not going to lie, she was actually quite efficient if you judge by points per shot possession, because 3 times in the game she missed, caught her own rebound, scored. And I don't mind it. Like, if she misses, catches her own rebound, scores, I don't mind it. She actually kicked out once. Well, I looked at the box score, and look, the box score didn't matter. The scary part is like, I don't know when it comes to the Sky if they're better without Angel Reese or they're just better with Elizabeth Williams on the floor.
And for most rookies, that would be impressive. But basketball isn't just numbers. It's impact. And when you watch the game, you realize something. Reese's double-doubles aren't changing anything. In fact, many would argue they're empty. Take her shooting that night. 5 of 11. That's 45%. Not bad, until you remember she's a 6'4" power forward playing near the basket.
But from the Chicago Sky, they are a joke. They're a joke of a basketball team. You have got, your player just got too small. They don't play defense. There's no effort. There is absolutely no effort. Like, I watched, and by the way, I don't think it's a bad game from Angel Reese. And it is a nitpicking thing because, like, it is what it is. And she made a few really nice plays. Like, even down the stretch, she got a really nice and a really kind of tough and one, but again, it's off a miss, catch her own rebound and one. I think 3 of her buckets came from that, and it's like, still can't score layups.
Those are supposed to be high percentage looks. When your team is desperate for efficient scoring, 45% isn't cutting it, especially when you're getting outplayed by your own teammates.
Folks, you're never going to win a game with this. I mean, just look at this. Angel Reese, 13 and 12, still can't shoot over 50%. A measly few feet away from the basket, but I guess 48% is better than 32%. So we'll take what we can. Point forward, Angel Reese, by the way, 4 turnovers, 4 assists. Not very point forward like. 4 turnovers, 4 assists. Not very point forward like at all.
Camila Cardoso played fewer minutes in that same game, but went 6 for 9 from the field. That's 66%. She didn't have flashy stats, but she got the ball, made it count, and gave the Sky exactly what they needed.
Camila Cardoso, 6 for 9, 6 rebounds, 12 points. Courtney Vandersloot, 11 points. Kia Nurse, 9 points. Ariel Atkins, 9 points. Nobody on this damn team can actually create a shot for themselves and score. Let's be honest. Nobody on this damn team can actually create a shot for themselves and score. That player is signing checks, cashing checks over there in Mexico. She's long gone. This current team, this current team is an absolute embarrassment.
Reese, meanwhile, struggled to convert on opportunities that should have been routine. And this isn't new. In the previous game, she went 0 for 8. The game before that, 2 for 8. It's a pattern, and it's raising serious questions about whether Angel Reese is built for this level.
After not this game, but the last one where it was what, 0 of 8, that are like, it's bad. It's really bad. I mean, this was 5 of 11, but the problem is when you're a 6'4" power forward, nah, bro, you can't shoot 5 of 11. You can't shoot 2 of 8. You can't go 0 of 8. You can't, no. Cardoso, my point right in front of you, she's a big. She shot 66%. And one could argue she's not showing out either. But you get my point.
Or if the hype has simply outpaced the reality. Because when you look at the team around her, it's clear the Chicago Sky are crumbling.
I want the Chicago Sky fans to understand, the Chicago Sky coach to understand, is that you're not going to win a game at all if you are relying on these two to get you through. All right? These two are not going to get you over the hump or honestly carry. Like, they can get you over the hump, but these two aren't going to carry a team, okay? At least not right now. They're not going to carry a team.
They're 0-3. Their offense is one of the least efficient in the league. Their transition game is broken. Their half-court sets are sluggish. And their defense, practically non-existent.
Like, and that's the thing. We saw it in Rival. She was a good defender in Rival. It is a choice with Angel Reese to play good and bad defense. I'm going to be honest. Like, look, you can criticize players, and that seems to be one things that's been really annoying me when it comes to Angel Reese, is that when she focuses more on getting off on the more offensive rebounds she gets, the less defense she plays. The more points she scores, the less defense she plays. The less defensive plays, the more shots she takes, the less defense she plays. And it is what it is.
But here's the kicker. When the offense runs through Reese, it looks even worse. The problem isn't just that she's inefficient, it's that she's predictable. Opposing teams have figured it out. Get physical early, talk some trash, and she'll start spiraling. That too small gesture from Kelsey Plum. It wasn't random, it was a tactic, a strategic move to break her mentally. And it worked. Analysts have started turning. One even said, "I can't defend Angel Reese any longer."
I will no longer make excuses, okay, and defend Angel Reese and the clownery of the Chicago Sky. There is no excuse for this nonsense. Again, they need to become militant, become disciplined at becoming a champion. Like, what is the problem with that? Chicago Sky has been the laughingstock and has become the laughingstock of the WNBA. At this point, we are the number one. We are the worst team of the WNBA. I can't wait to see if we could bring something to Dallas Wings, okay? I believe we play them sometime next week. Is it next Thursday? Paige Beckers, she got something to prove. Dejanay Carrington, all of them got something to prove. Arike Ngumbawale, Isaiah James, they got something to prove. Chicago's got to look like they're okay being a loser.
Others are questioning if she's even a starter-level player on a competitive team. And it's not just sports media. Social media is flooded with clips dissecting her every move, her defensive rotations, her missed layups, even her body language. And that's where things get ugly.
Like, just look at this. Look at his defense right here. Look at his defense. And anyone who says Angel Reese is all defense, like, I'm not joking. I mean this when I say this. She is a worse defender than Caitlin Clark. Sorry, she is playing worse defense this season than Caitlin Clark. Watch Angel Reese right here. If they're in zone, they're in man. Watch Angel Reese where she's standing. Watch her on this play. Say no. What the hell is that? Like, that is a play that if Caitlin Clark did that play, you'd be saying he's the worst defender in the world.
Because Reese didn't just come into the league as a rookie. She came in as a brand, a social media icon, the Bayou Barbie. Expectations weren't just high, they were sky high. And now, every mistake is amplified, every flaw is broadcast in 1080p, every missed shot is a trending topic. That pressure, it's eating away at her game. The moment she's off, the whole team feels it.
There is no excuse. It's unacceptable for both Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso to leave a game without at least 10 points. That is the bare minimum. And I want to hear none of this, that, and the third. Like, no. Somebody had the nerves in my comments, okay, in my previous video from last night's game, to say, well, give them until game 10. Are you out your mind? You think I'm about to sit here and watch this embarrassing monstrosity and wait until game 10 for us to finally improve? You know what? No, absolutely not.
The chemistry falls apart, the scoring dries up, and what was once framed as her leadership is now being called a liability. She's not elevating the Sky, she's anchoring them. This wasn't how her rookie season was supposed to go, but with each loss, the whispers are getting louder. Is Angel Reese overhyped, or is she just crumbling under the weight of her own reputation? While Angel Reese was spiraling, Kelsey Plum was soaring. It's not just that she had a great game, it's how she played. Confident, aggressive, unapologetic. From the moment she stepped on the floor, Plum looked like a woman on a mission. And by the time the buzzer sounded, she had dropped 28 points, including 6 3-pointers, 8 assists, and a viral highlight that turned the WNBA world upside down. But this isn't just about one performance, it's about Kelsey Plum's resurgence and what it represents. Because let's not forget, Kelsey used to be that player, the record setter, the NCAA legend.
Kelsey Plum on a nationwide countdown as she chases the D1 record for career points. Plum tees up the 3. Oh, that sweet stroke of Kelsey Plum. It's Plum, triple, you betcha. 7:15 left to go. Plum pulls up. Oh, baby! So loud after the Kelsey 3. Not another one. What we are witnessing right now is just, it's so hard to describe what she is doing. Are you kidding me, Kelsey Plum?
Her scoring record stood for years until Caitlin Clark shattered it. And while the media spotlight shifted to newer, flashier names like Angel Reese, Plum's game seemed to dim behind the noise. Now, she's playing with a fire that feels personal. It's as if all the years of being overlooked, all the questions about her ceiling, all the comparisons, they've fueled a version of Plum we haven't seen in a long time. And it's terrifying for opponents. Analysts have called her unshackled, liberated, even reborn. She's no longer sharing the spotlight with egos or dealing with locker room tension. She's leading, she's smiling, and most importantly, she's winning. That too small taunt, it wasn't just petty, it was symbolic. Plum didn't do it out of nowhere. She hit Reese with her own move, a celebration Angel has used many times in college. It was a moment of role reversal.
Kayla Williams dumps it down, Reese good position, and the flip.
The gritty vet humbling the overhyped rookie. And it didn't go unnoticed. Fans called it poetic justice. And you know what made it sting even more? Plum didn't follow it up with trash talk or drama. She let her game speak, shot after shot, dagger after dagger. She kept pouring it on while Reese struggled to keep up. Every time the Sky tried to make a run, there was Plum, stopping it dead in its tracks with a step-back 3 or a no-look pass. And while Reese was visibly rattled, Plum stayed cool, poised, focused. It's that contrast that's captured fans' attention. Reese came into the league with buzz. Plum came in with battle scars. Reese has the followers. Plum has the footwork, the finishing, and the mental toughness to go with it. And now, in the middle of a WNBA season full of shifting narratives, Kelsey Plum is rewriting hers, not with a press release, but with every possession. She's showing younger players what it looks like to evolve, to come back stronger, to let go of the noise and lean into the work. And in doing so, she's become the very thing Reese was expected to be, a force of nature, a tone setter, a star. The spotlight has shifted, and for now, it's shining squarely on Plum. Not because she asked for it, but because she earned it. By the final buzzer, the Chicago Sky had been blown out again, but the scoreboard wasn't what fans remembered. It was that moment. Angel Reese left behind, Kelsey Plum hitting a cold-blooded layup, and then, too small. In that instant, the power dynamic shifted. Reese didn't just lose the play, she lost control of the conversation. And for a player who built her brand on confidence, that's a dangerous place to be. Meanwhile, Kelsey Plum didn't say a word. She didn't need to. Her performance, 28 points, 6 threes, 8 assists, did all the talking. And when the game needed a closer, she stepped in. Reese didn't. That's what's most telling. The WNBA isn't about hype anymore. It's about who shows up. And speaking of showing up, Caitlin Clark just did the unthinkable. 2 days after getting bullied in the paint by Brittany Griner, Clark came back with a vengeance. And what happened in that rematch was pure humiliation. If you thought this Plum Reese moment was brutal, Wait until you see what Caitlin Clark did to Brittany Griner in their revenge game. Click here to watch it now. It's even more savage.
Like I said after last game, I'm an overrated bum, and only reason I'm even relevant is because of Caitlin Clark. I might play the victim card again after tonight because I shat all over the court once again, and I had to be out there with 5 minutes left because I couldn't finish the game with 0 points, or else Twitter would have a field day with me, so I can't let anyone see me go scoreless.
Angel Reese didn't just have a bad game. She made WNBA history, for all the wrong reasons. 0 field goals, 5 turnovers, national TV.
Yikes. Mamma mia. 2 points, 12 rebounds, 3 steals. 0 for 8 from the field. 33% from the free throw line. Angel Reese, point forward. 5 turnovers, 1 assist, point forward. 1 assist, 5 turnovers, Angel Reese, point forward, yet again.
And while the Chicago sky crumbled, Caitlin Clark was quietly leading a revolution in Indiana.
Handoff, Clark. Skip pass, left wing, Cunningham tees it up, and the 3 is good!
This is the moment everything changed. Angel Reese came into this season with the spotlight blazing. Endorsements, expectations, millions of fans watching every move. But when it mattered most, she vanished.
Girl, you're my angel. You're my darling angel. Angel Reese back in action against the New York Liberty. And what did she do last year? When it came to the double-doubles, she broke records. Angel Reese picking up right where she left off, breaking more WNBA records, but unfortunately for Sky fans, it came in the form of a loss, 99-74. The Chicago Sky.
No field goals, 0, not a single shot made. She played 27 minutes and didn't hit 1 basket. And this wasn't just a bad shooting night, it was a breakdown. 1 possession went so viral it had the internet asking, is this even real? Reese grabbed her own rebound not once, not twice, but 4 times in a row, and missed every single putback.
Let's get to this. This is the most, again, as the kids say, diabolical sequence. This is the nastiest work ever put in. I mean, porn stars don't put in this kind of nasty work.
Cardoso with the miss. Angel Reese picks it up, which she's good at. Getting another offensive rebound. She says, give me that. How about another? Persistence trying to pay off. Jones gets a piece. Angel Reese won't give up. Jones with another block.
Oh, God. At least she finally passed the ball out. Oh, my God.
Wide open, no defenders in sight, just her and the rim. And she still couldn't convert. And this wasn't a one-time thing. Reese shot 0 for 8 from the field, gave up 5 turnovers, and got hit with a technical foul for arguing with refs. Add it all up, and you get one of the worst individual performances in WNBA history.
Well, it may be time for Angel Reese to consider taking up a different game. Tiddlywinks, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what game she wants to possibly take up. I know one thing, she can't wait for the Unrivaled season to start at this point.
Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky weren't just losing, they were getting embarrassed. After being crushed by Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever just days earlier, they followed it up by getting destroyed again, this time by the New York Liberty.
Sitting here watching that, I am exhausted right now.
I think Angel and Jonquel are both exhausted as well.
The Sky put up 9 points in the second quarter. 9. That's fewer points than fingers on your hands.
The Chicago Sky, you're seeing that right. 9 points in the second quarter. 9 points. Folks, if a team scores less points than you have fingers, that's bad. That's bad. If a team scores less points than the amount of fingers you have, that is a serious issue.
Over 2 games, Chicago was outscored by a combined 60 points, the worst start to a season in WNBA history.
But this year, we're not just going to roll over and let you get your double-doubles. And the New York Liberty, shout out to them. When Chicago Sky came to town, New York Liberty beat them down.
Fans were calling it a basketball funeral, Even casual sports fans who never watched the WNBA were posting memes and clips of Reese's missed layups. And when you looked at Reese's body language, it told the whole story. Slumped shoulders, blank stares, constant frustration. Even her own teammates looked confused.
I'm going to point something out. Is the weight of the burden of what did not transpire this past weekend also coming down on her? Because, again, here we are, how many days later? This is Friday, that was Saturday. 6 days later, not a lick of proof of any kind of racial allegations, proof, nothing.
At one point, you could hear a fan yell, "Pass the ball!"
Again? Bro, no way, bro. No way! Pass the ball!
While Reese went up for another wild shot under the rim. And just feet away, Courtney Vandersloot, one of the most respected veterans in the league, standing wide open, hands raised, watching helplessly as Reese missed again. It didn't matter that she grabbed 12 rebounds. Nobody remembered that. When you go 0 for 8 in a professional game and score just 2 points, the rest becomes irrelevant. And yet, as Chicago spiraled into chaos,
something, as the kids would say, diabolical was taking place last night. And it was Angel Reese setting women's basketball back 30,000 years at this point. I mean, truly. I would say back to the age of T-Rex, but she does get rebounds, so she can't actually rebound the ball. What she cannot do is shoot the ball at all.
Something entirely different was happening in Indiana. Caitlin Clark, the player who gets booed in away arenas and praised like a superstar in home games, was doing what stars are supposed to do, leading her team.
Caitlin, left lane, step back jumper, and it swishes in. Eyes down the floor, snaps it past Cunningham, underneath the hoop, reverse layup, left to right is good. Oh my! That ends the first half. Fever 37, Dream 34.
After getting pushed around by Atlanta just 2 days earlier.
Signature Caitlin Clark shot. She will launch. Oh yes! Caitlin Clark's 5th three on the night. Our Indiana Members Credit Union winning combination is Boston to Clark. We've seen her hit some impressive shots over her short time in Indiana, Debbie. That is right up there with them.
They're down 11 to start the fourth quarter and 2.
Clark and the Fever came back with a statement win. And while Clark didn't drop a triple-double this time, she didn't need to. She controlled the game, slowed down the pace, got her teammates involved, and made sure everyone stuck to the plan. That's the difference. That's the line between chaos and leadership. One rookie is drowning, the other is learning how to swim with sharks. When the pressure rises, some players shrink, others evolve. Caitlin Clark is evolving. She's not just surviving in the WNBA, she's learning, adapting, adjusting, and most importantly, she's winning.
On the bounce, 3 seconds to go in the half. Caitlin, left wing, off balance three. Got it! Caitlin connects. A screen. Clark, long three. Buries it.
She starts 2025 with a triple-double.
Against the Dream, Clark didn't try to play hero ball, she trusted her teammates. Players like Lexi Hull and Sophie Cunningham exploded off the bench, while Aliyah Boston controlled the paint. This wasn't just a one-woman show, it was a team responding to adversity, and doing it fast. That's what real contenders do.
Clark found a lane and she'll take it. Ryan Howard, Caitlin Clark finding a way to miss.
Excellent.
Shifty getting into the paint.
Pedal, and she's stayed in it mentally right here. She does a little hezzy. Spin move, gets Howard.
Now, Atlanta has 3 players in the starting lineup with 3 or more fouls. BG on the bench right now at 5 as Aliyah Boston, strong move, gets the bucket.
The Fever played with chemistry, energy, and purpose, the kind of intangibles Chicago is clearly missing. Because while Clark is surrounded by players finding their roles and stepping up, Reese looks isolated, confused, pressured, alone. And it's starting to show. Social media didn't just turn on Angel Reese, it devoured her.
Okay, so now we've got a person standing in a room with a spotlight on them every time they play basketball. And the basketball is not good on top of it. It wasn't good beforehand, but guys, 26 minutes. Almost 20, let's just call it 27 minutes. When you're at 26:56, we're calling it 27 minutes. 0 from 8 for the field. 8 offensive rebounds. Don't worry, we'll get to the video.
Clip after clip of missed layups, rebounds with no finish, meme after meme of her going 0 for everything. The fans weren't just frustrated, they were stunned. The reactions weren't quiet either.
Yikes. Look at this. Oh my God. This is a sequence of events over 20 seconds. It's ugly. Angel Reese, offensive rebound. Jonquel Jones blocks Angel Reese. Offensive rebound. Jonquel Jones blocks Angel Reese. 1 foot layup. 1 foot layup. Offensive rebound, misses layup. Offensive rebound, misses layup. Offensive rebound. Holy hell.
One user wrote, "She grabs rebounds like a beast and shoots like she's never played before." Another said, "This isn't a rookie slump. This is a basketball crisis." And perhaps the most brutal comment of all, Caitlin Clark gets hate for being too good. Angel Reese gets love for being on the court. That's the reality we're in now. One rookie is rewriting the story of women's basketball. The other is stuck in a viral nightmare she can't escape. But here's the question no one wants to ask. What if Angel Reese doesn't bounce back? What if this isn't just a bad week? What if the pressure, the spotlight, the expectation? What if it's all too much, too fast? Because right now, every time she takes the floor, it's not just a game anymore.